Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can beat the narcissist at their own game once and for all. This is it. This is the one video that you need if you want to beat the narcissist at their own game. Because yeah, they play games. They play a lot of games. And especially one game that they play is acting like the two of you are actually meant to be together, as though you belong together in this relationship, when really you don't. You're not dealing with someone who's on your level. You're not dealing with someone who even possesses the same energy. You are dealing with a predator, someone who sees your innocence, your purity. They see you playing. They see you having fun. And they are watching. They're seeing you in a vulnerable moment and they're waiting to pounce. That's when they target you. And they act like they're similar. They lure you in, making you believe that they have something that you want, when really they're just coming around you to take, to extract from you. And this is what their game is about. The manipulation, mirroring, deception, grooming. And then they trap you with the devaluation, lies, and future faking. That's how they keep you stuck. And they keep you chasing after something from them, which is not even who they are. And it's not even what they possess. And in fact, what you're chasing from them, and the reason why you're chasing this from them, is because it's been stripped out of you. They mirrored you, and you then shared this emotional energy with them, assuming that you were going to get it back because they acted as though they were similar to you. But that's just it. They stole from you the essence of who you are. And that is what leaves you chasing after it from them. You're not actually interested in them, attracted to them, or wanting anything from them. You think that you do because they've taken it from you and you think that you can get it back. But actually, no, when they take your energy, when they take the essence of who you are, it goes straight into this void, never to be seen again. It's back. Because they can't do anything with it. They can't turn it into anything better or greater. All they can do is instantly use it up. And it just goes to waste. And yeah, when you realize this, they have really lost. When you realize that they can't give you what you're longing and yearning for, what you're desiring, they can't give you that. They can't reciprocate any emotional energy back to you. That's going to make you feel good. All they can do is manipulate and deceive you because they are disordered. They are corrupt. They can't even make themselves feel good. They can't even sustain themselves, take care of themselves. That's why they need you. That's why you're their source of supply. But you recognize that you are providing something to them, your energy, your essence. So you can get that back anytime that you want. Anytime that you catch yourself seeking something from them to complete you, you become aware of it and you stop yourself. You remind yourself that they're never going to be able to do that. And only you can give that to yourself. Train operate in this way over time. And gradually it will in nature. You will stop looking to them. You will stop giving them the power and ability to rewire your minds and leave you thinking that you need something outside of yourself to complete you. And that's not to say that there isn't someone out there who can make you feel whole and complete. But we shouldn't be dependent on anyone for that. Rely on ourselves, that's where our power is. And it's much better when two complete people come together instead of two people who aren't complete. The narcissist studies your likes, dislikes, interests, disinterests, desires, goals, dreams, everything. They study you like a PhD. And for those of you who may remember, that was the title of one of my early videos. The narcissist studies you like a PhD. And they do. They're constantly scanning you, trying to read into your minds. As we know, mind reading is not possible. But you'd be surprised just how much they can read into your facial expressions. They know where you are in the mind. They know that you are a caring, generous, empathic person. That's why they chose you. You think they're going to choose someone who doesn't care? Who isn't going to be adaptable, adjustable to their program? You think they're going to target someone who's dangerous and could pose a serious threat, a serious risk to them? Of course not. Narcissists, they can be stupid, but they're not that stupid. They picked you for a very specific reason, because they knew that you would be adaptable to the program, to their manipulation. And they're constantly reading you. They're scanning your facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, to see, are they gaining control over you like a puppet? Is their brainwashing working or not? And if it's not working, they change the stimulus. They try something else to break you down and then build you back up as something else. That's why they break you down. Because otherwise, that's a threat to their control. If you've already got something. And that's why when you get involved with a narcissist, they don't acknowledge your success, your accomplishments, anything good about you. They devalue you. They don't acknowledge the past. They rewrite the past. They can't stand that you've had a past before them, because then that means you can have something after them. So they have to go against all of these things in order for them to reverse engineer your minds, to corrupt you in the way that they want you to be. But in order for them to do that, of course, they have to learn your likes. They have to learn your dislikes so that they can go against these things. They can go against the things that you do like, and they can support you in things that you don't like or that you don't really care about. This is how they put you in reverse. This is how they get you going in a different direction. And you may be surprised to learn that actually, they don't really care about what you like or what you don't like. That's really not a concern to them. All they're thinking about is what's going to give them power and control over you. And so they will typically attack your likes. And anything where they can see you look a bit uncomfortable, they're going to push you more in that direction. Typically, whatever you stand for the most. As an example, if you are a healthy person, They're going to try and get you to eat unhealthy. They'll try and get you to drink alcohol. They'll get you to go against your values. This is the number one thing that they're always going to do. They'll get you to go against whatever it is that really touches you, that means the most to you. Whatever's really a part of your identity. That's what they're going to get you to go against. Because of course, that would be the one thing that threatens them ever having any control over you. And it's also that they can control your emotional thermostat because they are empty and they need that emotional supply from you. And this is why you should never give any data to these emotional parasites. Because they will sync with you to mirror your desires. And then they will use your desires to steer your behavior in the direction that they want. So if you have a normal desire, they are not going to support you in that. Anything normal, anything that most people would agree is acceptable and something that should be strived for. As an example, becoming successful in your career, building a family together. They're going to go against all of that. And they're going to push you in a different direction where you just degenerate. You become something that would be considered unacceptable by most people. Believe it or not, what gives them that control is your honesty, your authenticity, your vulnerability. That's what gives them control of over your mind. That's what allows them to corrupt you. That's what gives them the power, the ability to raise you and bring you down. If you were not honest, authentic, genuine, they wouldn't be able to do that because they wouldn't have access to you emotionally. And that is how they get you. So you can break the sync by being vague. If you don't reveal so much to them, if you're not honest, they're unable to synchronize with you. Because of course, they need to know what they're synchronizing with so that they can then misdirect it. And this is it, they learn what you want only so that they can withhold it from you and destabilize you. Anything good that you want. And this is why it's best for you to hide your emotions, to stay untouchable. Anything that motivates you, drives you, means something to you, never share that with them. Because immediately they're going to go against it. They're going to tear it down. Because these are going to be the number one things that threaten their control over you. And typically what they will do, if you really stand for something, if you really believe in it, it just becomes so obvious, when you think about it like this, when you look back and remember. They will turn it into a laughing stock. To them, it's just one big joke. It's just humiliation with them. Because they know that normally you would take it very seriously. But because, like I said, you're an adaptable, adjustable person, more than most. So you're willing to accept a joke about it, a laugh. And then that's how they get in, that's how they get you. Because when you're being vulnerable, when you're having fun, enjoyment, amusement, that is how they control you. That is how they gain control over your mind, because then you're open and you're following their lead. So that's how they gain control over it, because you're following them. If it was something that, and I'm talking about, after they've rewired you, lured you in a different direction, if that was your choice, if you were directing yourself in that way, then that would give you power and control over it. But instead, they are the ones pulling the strings on you. And that's how you know that you didn't choose it. That's how you know that it's not something you're passionate about or something that means something to you. Because you can't even take charge. You can't even take control of it. They have to be the ones to pull you in that direction. And that's how you know that it has nothing to do with you. Anytime that they're able to pull you, lead you, that's how you know that you don't have any association with it. And they get you, with the confusion, the humor, the dark humor. That's how they pull you in. That's how they gain control over you. If they know your plans, they plan around you. So you need to keep your moves unpredictable so that they can't script the outcome. Because these types of disorder personalities, that's what they're trying to do. Their whole goal is to get you from A to B. A is when you're doing okay. B is where you're destroyed and you're rebuilt back up as something else. Something that you never wanted to be. That is their goal. Getting you from A to B. And once they've gotten you to B, it's mission accomplished. Now they feel good, they've accomplished something. That's all that these disordered personalities are trying to do. They set out to achieve something very dark, very twisted in their minds. And then once they've achieved it, they get a dopamine hit, a sense of rewards. And they get an adrenaline rush in the process of achieving this twisted thing. Of corrupting you, essentially. So they track your interest to position themselves as the source of your approval. Whatever you're deeply passionate about, interested in, they've got to be front and center in all of that. And that's also that you then react with them, you associate your likes and interests with them. The source of your validation, and they've gained control of you. Now they can pull you in a different direction, somewhere where you wouldn't normally go. They can drag you down a dark lane because you're following their lead now. But if you stop reacting, the power shifts instantly. What gives them the power? What gives them the ability to determine your behavior and direct the course of events, of how things are going to go, where they're going to lead you. What gives them that power are your reactions. You're just naturally a very open person who's able to be vulnerable and honest. You're transparent. That is what gives them the power over you. That's what gives them the ability to pull you off your center. Just you being an open, honest, vulnerable person. You being genuine and authentic. Because if you weren't that way, then they wouldn't be able to do it. That is what gives them the power. And they get off on having that power. So naturally, people like us who are honest, authentic, sincere, genuine, by default, we will naturally attract narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, because they're looking to achieve power. And we are an excellent source of power for them. Because if they tell us to go from A to B, we naturally feel inclined to follow their directions. Especially, the way they act so arrogant, so overconfident. We feel that it's the right thing to do. And it's all because of our reactions. If we stop reacting, they can't do that with us anymore. And then we're no longer attractive to these predators. Because that's the number one thing that they're looking for, is someone who is reactive. Someone who's going to react to them. And that's what we did. Because they want someone who's going to be predictable. Where they know that if they do this, they're going to get this response. Your predictability fuels their manipulation. Your predictable reactions. That's what triggers them to keep going with the manipulation on you. Because it excites them, arouses them, stimulates them. It makes them feel good, powerful, significant. So that's what drives them. It's your predictability and your reactions. But it is all dependent on you. You are giving them the power through your predictability and your reactions. So if you change your rhythm, their entire strategy collapses. Because you have to dance to the beat of their drum. That's what gives them the power. But if you just stop all of a sudden, then they don't know what to do. Then you've beaten them at their own game. Because when they can't preempt your next move, they get exposed in real time. And then their reactions reveal who they really are. So yeah, this is how to beat the narcissist at their own game once and for all. This is it. Now, let me know if you have any questions on this. I'd like to hear from you in the live chat. And I hope that this has been helpful for you so far. If it has, give it a thumbs up. But yeah, that's what this comes down to. It's your honesty, sincerity, authenticity, ability to be vulnerable, emotionally available. This is what makes you susceptible to an emotional predator. This is what causes you to degrade and go down in life, become demoralized, because that's how they get power. They can't make you better, because if they could, they'd be in pretty good nick themselves. They're not. It's a mask, it's a disguise. These people have no morals. They have no values, beliefs, principles. If they did, that would stop them from manipulating or abusing you. Just as with us. That's what stops us from going out and harming people, is that we do have beliefs, values, morals, principles. They don't. And that's how they're able to do this to you, and that's what gives them a sense of power. Honestly, I think you underestimate it. Their brains are not wired in the way that ours are. For us, nothing makes us feel better than to give to someone, than to lift them up better, see them happy, see them smiling. Nothing makes us feel better. And of course, they hold that over our heads. They use that to manipulate and control us. That's what kept us trapped, is the false character. For them, it is the opposite. Nothing makes them feel better than to take a happy, innocent person who has hope and belief for the future. They're hardworking, they're driven. Nothing makes them happier. Nothing makes them feel more powerful than to take that type of person and run them into the ground, where they lose all hope and belief in themselves, all hope and belief in people, in the world around them, even spiritually. That's what does it for them. That's really how it is. They love to destroy your hope and dreams. They just want you to feel like nothing is ever going to get better for you. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you try. As though there is no God. There is no future for you. That's how they want you to feel. Because that's exactly how they feel. That's what motivated them to target you as being their source of supply, is that they're not driven, motivated, hardworking like you are. They don't have all of this hope and belief in the future. That's why there was a problem. That's why things never worked out with you and them, because you have nothing in common. This was not a relationship built on common interests, on common qualities. What? And so they envied you for all of these things that you possessed. And that's why they tried to destroy all of these things in you. And yeah, that's really what they want. They want you to feel just completely hopeless, powerless, helpless, beaten down, defeated. Once you once had this light, this spark in you, they want to stamp it out. They want to destroy it, annihilate it. They want to destroy life, your soul. That's what they're trying to do. And the only reason at one point it seemed like they loved you, cared about you, is because they knew that's what was going to bait you in, lure you in. Because they could tell that you're that type of person. You're a very loving, caring person yourself. So they wore the mask, they put on the disguise. This is what they do. And this is it. This is why you can't just go around wearing your heart on your sleeve anymore. You have to hide these things from people. This is why I do what I do, because nothing hurts me more than seeing people being corrupted. Seeing people being pulled away, from what means something to them, what they believe in, from what they value, even if it's different from me. I have been in relationship with people from all different ethnicities, different religions, different belief systems, everything. And I was never the type of person to go against it. I always supported them in everything. And of course, there were other people outside of our relationship who came in and then tried to get them involved in the wrong things. And that's what bothered me. Seeing people become different from who they were before. And with it not being a conscious choice on their parts, but with them being manipulated by other people. Remember who you are. Remember what you value. Remember what means something to you. Don't let someone take that away from you. But this is what they will do. They want to destroy who you are. They want to destroy everything about you. Everything that makes you who you are. They want to take that away from you. And this is going on a global scale. I mean, we can see it everywhere. I mean, wherever you go in the world, it's like everyone is the same. Everyone eats the same foods. Everyone goes to clubs. Everyone dresses the same. That it really bothers me, traveling in the world, seeing this. Because that's why I travel, is to explore different cultures, try different foods, and then to see that everything is just all the same. It's just really messed up. Because that's just the whole point of life. It's that we are meant to branch out. We are meant to go in different directions. But yeah, they want us to be all the same. And that's what the narcissist wants. They just want to zombify you. They want you to be brainwashed. They want to destroy your identity and your autonomy, your personal choices and freedom. That's what they want to do. They're not trying to make it better. They're not trying to give you any constructive criticism. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with giving feedback. They're quite literally trying to tear it apart. What they're trying to do. They're trying to tear you apart. They're trying to tear you to pieces. They want to come in, steal from you bits and pieces of who you are, and then destroy you, and then destroy any remnants of you in anyone's heart. That's their objective. That's what they're trying to achieve. They don't want there to be any remnants, any evidence left of the person that you used to be. Because they couldn't be that. And because they couldn't fully take that from you. So yeah, don't let them do that to you. Recognize that, yes, you have something of value. Doesn't mean that it's meant to be shared with everyone. Be to yourself. Because there's people out there who, yes, want to steal what you have and want to destroy that in you. Not because they don't see it as something valuable, because they want it for themselves. Here's a good analogy for you. It's like going to a pawn shop and you take it in something that's very valuable. But they'll look at you and just say, that's not worth much. Maybe $10 for it. Unknowingly to you, it's worth thousands of dollars. That's it, they just want it at a bargain price. So that they're never going to let you know how valuable you are. They're never going to tell you that. But they will remain around you and expect you to keep investing in them, giving to them. Because that's just it, they want to get a bargain out of you. And gradually, what does it do? It destroys you. Because you're not being reciprocated on your actual worth. And that's why you don't grow. Because you're being neglected. But yeah, this is how you beat them at their own game. Be unpredictable. Because this is how they warp your identity and turn you into something you're not. Is by acting they are like you, similar to you. Is by getting you to open up and even making fun, having a joke, a laugh of things that mean something to you or that are personal to you. That's how they twist and warp everything, is by acting like it's just fun. It's not fun. You're being destroyed. So you reveal it to them, and you definitely don't join in on the joke with them. And instead you stand firm on your boundaries. And you just say no. You just say no. It might be a joke to you, it might be funny to you, but I'm not seeing it as a joke over here. It's something that I will take serious. And then you go off in a different direction. Because that, treating things jokes, fun, it's instability. Things that are fun, light-hearted, it's unstable. It can shift very quickly. When you treat something seriously, it's firm, it's unchangeable. So this is how they get in. This is how they start changing things. Now you're naturally a light-hearted, fun person. That's how you're adaptable, you're adjustable. That's how it works. You need to become more serious. more serious about you, more serious about the things that you value. But this is it, you know, maybe throughout your life, you were taught to be more light-hearted about things, more comical. And that's how people can come in, treat you however they like, and get away with it. And do not feel the need to come down on them for it. Because it's all just a laugh and a joke. It's all just fun. But yeah, you can't have fun with predators. They will destroy with them. There's no fun or amusement. It's serious and it is dangerous. But that's exactly how they get you every time. They come in under the guise of fun. Because like I said, fun, it means instability, thrill, excitement. From the very beginning, you need to be able to spot these people and be, no, there's no fun here. Not with them. Not with an emotional predator. And that is how you protect yourself. Fun, like I said, it's characterized by emotional shifts, unpredictability. So when you're going on this path, this road of fun and amusement, you don't know what's coming next. You don't know what's going to happen to you, what's going to shift you. And you're open and vulnerable to it. You're susceptible to change. And then in the end, what do? After they degrade you, they blame you. They're not going to take responsibility for anything. But yeah, this is it. Fun can be really damaging with the wrong people. It can ruin you. And it's like first, you know, something maybe fun. And then before you know it, they're bringing in something else. And now this is meant to be fun. This is meant to be a joke. And they rewire your neurocircuitry until you start to associate certain things with fun and amusement when really it is harming you. And yet they've gotten you to associate it with fun when really it is abuse, it's harmful. But this is what they have to do because they know if they present it to you as it actually is, as poison, you're not going to consume it. So that's why they make it out to be fun. You know what is fun? I'll tell you what's fun. It's two people who are honest and open together, authentic and emotionally available and vulnerable. That is what can be fun. Where you know what you're getting into. When you're dealing with covert narcissists, emotional predators, there is no fun. You're being harmed from the very beginning. You cannot have fun with them because they are wearing a mask. They are emotional predators. They're feeding off of you. So there is no fun with them. There's only fun with honest, authentic, vulnerable people. People who are on the same page, the same frequency. That means people who have something in common, shared interests. Not people who are just seeing your energy, seeing your purity, then coming in wanting to extract that from you and not having any care about you or what happens to you. So this is it, you know, we need to start taking ourselves seriously. They want you to take everything them seriously. But then when it comes to you, it's all a joke. You need to stop taking them seriously. When they demand your time and attention, treat that as a joke. And start taking yourself seriously. Because if it's always just a fun and a joke to you, that you're being pulled this way, that way, everywhere, and nothing is fixed or stable for you, nothing is going to grow or be consistent in an unstable, constantly shifting environment. That's impossible. It just doesn't happen. The only reason why we are even here today, why there's even life on this earth, is because there is some level of stability. There are stable conditions. Or because, you know, we're able to adapt to it to some degree. And that's it, you know, you should be able to adapt to some people, some environments, of course, but not to the point where it is harmful to you, to that level as it is with the narcissist. Your needs are just completely unnoticed, unattended to, and you're just doing and giving everything to them. You can adapt to that as much as you want. It's not going to help you. So, got a lot of hate, a lot of trolls in the like that there. Have a nice life, that's all I can say. You're bringing all this hate in to get me. Don't know what you're gonna do with it. But yeah, as for me, I choose peace. I choose love. I choose to feel good about myself. And I choose to do the right thing in life. But that's up to you, you know, I can't choose for you. So those of you who choose hate, good luck with that. Let's see where it gets you. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just standing by the window here, looking out. I am in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. And yeah, I will be headed to Dubai in a couple of days, hoping to do more exploring, seeing the architecture, and maybe going down by the sea there as well. And maybe I can go to the desert, I don't know, nearby, or if that's possible. But that would be cool, if there's any camels. I've seen camels before, but I've never ridden a camel. I've horsed many times. Camels, no. But yeah, we have some camels in the UK and the zoos. You see me right, they look a bit like horses. Of course, only with the humps. Thanks for the donation, Ralph Perry. I do appreciate it when you support this cause. And hey, remember we together we raised $1,000 for the children in Gaza. That's not so far from here. An excellent achievement for all of us. You did some good work there. Because you know it's hard, people going through the war, homeless, without medical supplies. I believe that everyone has the right to medical supplies, at the very least. Especially, you know, if you're stuck in the middle of a war. That should be the least that you deserve, I mean. But yeah, I'm gonna go out now and get something to eat, my dinner, and finish editing my next video, which should be up within the next few hours. Well, thank you all for joining me, and I hope that this has helped you to finally beat the narcissist at their own game. Because, you know, your life shouldn't have to be a game. You deserve to live your life, to be in control of your life. And so, you know, I hope that this helps to pull you out of that and to just give you back control over your own thoughts, emotions, behaviors. And yeah, that's really what I want for you, is to find your freedom. So yeah, give the video a thumbs up if it was helpful, and comment down below. Let me know what you think about this advice, and if you have anything else to share. If you are new here, subscribe, click all notifications so that you will be notified when I go live again. And check out my TikTok, Instagram. It's Narc Survivor Coaching. Daily videos on X. It's Narc Survivor 18. And our Facebook group, it's called Narc Survivor. And also I'm putting out new blog posts every day on the website. Go to narcsurvivor.co.uk. Some of my best work on there. And you can also book a one-on-one with me there as well. If you'd like to support this work, you can donate. Go to paypal.me/narcsurvivor. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you all for joining me. And I'll speak to you in another one very soon.